Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have a fashion show for you, or more realistically a spotlight featuring 4 independent armor mods. Armor mods are becoming more and more scarce, especially those that cover both genders. However, recently there's been an increase in activity, so we thought we'd share some of the sets that caught our eye. A few weeks back we highlighted the Air Atronach mod that was inspired by the Elder Scrolls Online. Well, this time we have an armor set based on the ESO cinematic movie. The ESO Daedric Armor is completely standalone and offers an alternative to vanilla. You can get your hands on it as soon as you reach level 20 and gain access to the Shrine of Mehrunes Dagon. Inside you'll find a chest with all 4 pieces of the set. It's heavy armor that shares the same stats as its vanilla counterpart, so apart from how it's integrated, it's effectively the same set with a new look. For that reason we hope the author offers a replacer version in the future. As of right now the armor is only for males, but a female version should come soon. By default the armor actually looks like this, but for most of the video we've been using the alternate texture replacer that we'll also link down below. We highly recommend you use it too, because the original tends to look a bit plasticky in certain lighting. Overall, even over 3 years on there aren't that many plain Daedric Armor alternatives, and this one's even based on official material, so it's a pretty cool set. The author has actually made 2 other armors based on ESO, including a female only Ultima armor and a male only Breton Knight armor. We've covered both the Daedric and the Breton Knight sets on our second channel, BDMods. That's where we upload Skyrim mod videos without commentary, for single mods that tend to not need any explanation. So if you're interested in individual weapons, armors and visual mods, then be sure to check that out. We'll also upload an Ultima armor video in a couple of days to complete the ESO trio on BDMods. The second armor we have is the Dragonbone Barbarian armor. This is actually 2 separate mods, with one focusing on males and the other for females. These are modular armors where you get to pick and choose from a bigger selection of pieces. So for the male armor you can select from 2 different shoulders and 2 different boots. For the female set you have a few more options, giving you the ability to change smaller tidbits across the entire set. The male armor is a heavy set that can be found at the throat of the world. Its stats put it just above that of Daedric, so it's definitely for the light game. The female version on the other hand comes with both heavy and light variants, and can be found at High Hrothgar. Its stats put it on a similar level with the male version, so despite being 2 separate mods they're both clearly the same set visually and via their stats. The female light armor version is a little skimpy for us, but the heavy version looks fantastic. However, it's only compatible with other popular body types and not vanilla, so unless you're using one of those, it might look a bit weird. The male version also looks great, but unfortunately doesn't work with a weight slider. Hopefully a patch fixes it in the future, but for now it locks your weight to 50, which might be an issue for some characters. Nevertheless, 2 great looking customizable sets. The next set is Assassin's Armor by Eleonora. For this you actually have 2 options. You can either download the armor separately, or if you're looking for a new player home then the set also comes with the Sicarius hideout. We'll focus on the separate version. To get the set you'll need to craft it, and it can be found under leather. Its stats put it on par with that of glass armor, so it's meant for the mid game. The armor might look familiar to you, and that's because it's the Triss Merigold set for females and the Lethal set for males, but they're recolored to follow a darker theme. We think it looks cool, the armors always look good, but the new skins keep it fresh. It's also quite nostalgic for us when we think back to all of the endless armor recolorings back when Skyrim modding first started. So if you're interested in a mid-game rogue set then you can find a link to this one down below. And finally the last set we have is the Dragon Carved Armor. Despite its name this is a late game steel set that you can get through crafting. Like most of the other armors in the spotlight it's fit for both males and females. However, unlike the others, this one also comes with matching swords and a shield. The default armor is extremely high quality, coming with 4K textures and optional 2K textures for those of you who need it. However, like the ESO Daedric Armor, other people have made optional finishing touches. So if you'd prefer the armor to have a bit of sheen then you can download the Shinery texture, or there's the matte Shinery texture for a slightly different finish. We'll include everything down below. And that's it for today's spotlight. Once again, if you're interested in these smaller independent mods then be sure to check out our second channel BDMods. Alternatively, you can watch us transform Skyrim into a dark fantasy. Remember you can check out g2a.com for some cheap games, and always be sure to leave an endorsement on any mod you enjoy, and thanks for watching.